Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be talking about my experience using the AirPods 3 for 1 week. So I've been extensively using this AirPods 3 for a week right now and I've actually have some thoughts about it. So let's get started into the video. I have now disconnected my external microphone. It's now plugged out and this is the microphone quality on the AirPods 3. Well, this is my first time using the microphone on the AirPods 3. So this is going to be my live review now, and when I'm using this microphone I kind of have noise cancellation on this. I can feel some air pressure inside me instantly as I connect it with this camera, and to be honest about this, I actually feel very uncomfortable. My ears are painful right now due to the amount of air pressurizing inside my ear, and I personally have not heard the microphone myself. I'll be hearing this during editing. So do remember to leave your thoughts about the microphone in the comments below, as I would also like to know about your opinions. That was definitely a very painful experience. Both my ears are hurting right now due to the amount of air pressure that the AirPods 3 pushed in. I really didn't expect this to happen. So now we are done with the microphone and I just want to talk quickly about the AirPods and the AirPods case. The AirPods and the AirPods case are now water resistant. The previous AirPods Pro, so the earbuds were the only one which were water resistant, but now even the case is water resistant. So with that said, we're done testing the microphone and talking about the water resistant. Now let's move on to the pros of the AirPods 3. Firstly, I want to talk about the fit of the AirPods 3. So the AirPods 3 do not have the rubber tips as the AirPods Pro, which is really nice. Some of you guys might like the silicone tip on the AirPods Pro as they fit perfectly inside your ears and the noise cancellation is great. But for me, I personally don't like the AirPods Pro because of the silicone tip, because when I use it for a long time, I actually start feeling very uncomfortable. I feel itchiness inside my ears. But these AirPods 3 are very comfortable to use for a very long time, especially during editing. When I sit in front of my computer for 2 to 3 hours, the comfort level of this AirPods Pro, I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because this comfort level is just great. I sometimes forget that the AirPods are actually inside my ears. This has happened to me twice as of the past week, that I actually forgot the AirPods was in my ears and I was actually searching around for my AirPods. I'm not exaggerating anything, but this is what happened. So now onto the main feature of this AirPods 3, which is the spatial audio. Of course, spatial audio has come out as a software update for the AirPods Pro and the AirPods Max, but for me personally, when I was using my AirPods Pro, the spatial audio wasn't very visible. So I tried many ways to make spatial audio work, but of course it was working. I asked a few of my friends to try them out and they actually could sense the spatial audio, but I personally couldn't sense the spatial audio. I actually thought spatial audio was just a gimmick and it wasn't a big feature until I started using spatial audio on this AirPods 3. The AirPods 3 has spatial audio inbuilt and it's not a software update, and now I could differentiate normal audio with spatial audio, and especially spatial audio with head tracking. I could really feel the music turning from the right ear to the left ear when I turn my head around, and that has been a great feature for me, and it gives me this surround sound experience which I have not experienced on an AirPods Pro. And the big disadvantage with AirPods Pro's spatial audio was that the spatial audio would only work with certain apps and with Apple Music. It does not work on downloaded music, because I personally don't pay for Apple Music since I find it a waste of money, and of course I know how to download music onto Apple Music for free. By the way, if you guys have not checked out that video on how to download music onto Apple Music, do check them out. It's in the history of my channel and I'll give it in the link above so you guys can go check it out. And like I was saying, that has been really good as I've been using spatial audio with head tracking since day one of using these AirPods. So now on to battery life. Battery life has got a very big improvement in this AirPods 3, and there's a better improvement from the AirPods Pro and the AirPods Max. For me, I've personally only charged these AirPods twice since I bought it. The first time was at 60% when I first bought it and I unboxed it, and I charged it to 100% once on the MagSafe charger. The next time I charged it from 0 to 100%. That was the only 2 times that I charged my AirPods 3. And I've been using it extensively for editing and for watching YouTube and for everything, and this AirPods battery has lasted me very well. So just to give you an example on how the battery life is, a few days ago I was watching YouTube for 1 hour straight. The battery was at 100% when I started and it only went down to 92 in an hour. That is great according to me, because my AirPods Pro usually goes down to around 60% in 1 hour. Well, that isn't now, but this has been a problem for me in my AirPods Pro ever since the beginning. So now let's move on to the MagSafe. So there isn't really much to talk about MagSafe, but I just want to say that the magnets on the back of this case are as strong as the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 13's MagSafe magnets. These magnets are very strong that they do not fall out of the MagSafe. Even when I tried to make them fall, they didn't. Unless I voluntarily take them out, then of course they do come out. And of course, charging speeds from 0 to 100%, this typically takes around 1 hour 15 minutes for me. I deliberately did not charge my AirPods for a day, and I let it sit out of the case, and I actually drained the battery to 0% on both the case and the AirPods, tested the charging speeds, and the charging went from 0 to 100 in around 1 hour 15 minutes if I'm not wrong, on both the AirPods and the case itself. So that has been a really great charging speed, as my AirPods Pro usually takes around 2 hours to charge from 0 to 100%. And like I said, because of MagSafe, I do not have to worry about the battery health of my AirPods, since MagSafe controls the voltage passing through the device as to prolong battery life. Of course, there are many advantages in this AirPods 3, like I said all this while, but whenever there's a pro, there's always a con. So now we are on to the cons of the AirPods 3. So the first disadvantage that I want to talk about, and that has mainly affected me, is the lack of transparency mode on the AirPods 3, and that has been a problem for me. The advantage is now contributing to the disadvantage, since the speakers of these AirPods are really loud. Even at low volumes, these AirPods speakers are really good, and as a result of that, I can't really hear the surroundings, and mostly I have to take out my AirPods out of my ears to listen to what the other person is saying to me. So Spatial Audio has this feature, head tracking, like we talked about just now. Head tracking has not been consistent for me. Head tracking worked for about 30 minutes straight for me when I'm playing music, and after that it just changes to the normal music, and the music is just playing inside my ears from these two sides, and I don't have this spatial audio effect anymore. So I faced this problem about 2 to 3 times, and I don't know if this is a bug on the iOS, or this is a deficit on the AirPods, or if this is a software bug on the AirPods itself. So you have to wait and see. And as a workaround for this, what I did was I took out my AirPods and I put them back inside my ears, and the spatial audio was working perfectly fine. Now onto the last disadvantage of these AirPods, which is the AirPod slips out a lot. Of course, like I said, I like the AirPods without the silicone tip, but that has been a problem since the AirPods slips out of my ears almost every single time, except when I'm sitting still. Even when I'm brisk walking, or if my phone is vibrating, or if I'm having loud music around me and there's vibration around me, the AirPods tend to slowly slip out of the ears and they tend to fall. When they are inside my ears like this, they just tend to come out and they just fall off. So I don't really have this secure fit like I have on this AirPods Pro. Well, that's definitely a disadvantage of not having a silicone tip, but I did have a secure fit on the AirPods 1 and the AirPods 2. So I don't really know why this AirPods is not fitting. And of course, since walking has been a problem with this, we don't have to talk about workouts. I've tried workouts with this, and this AirPods basically just falls out every single time. Of course, it does stay inside my ear a little longer than the AirPods Pro, but it definitely slips out. This is not ideal for workouts, and I don't recommend anyone getting these AirPods mainly for working out and physical activity. Now onto the final verdict. Is this AirPods worth for the price? Well, I paid $269 for this in Singapore, and for me, this AirPods is definitely worth for the price. Well, it does have some disadvantages, but the advantages does overweigh the disadvantages, so I would recommend these AirPods over the AirPods Pro, since this is a good value for money and you're getting the new features as well. But for those of you who really need noise cancellation, like you're working in a loud environment, then do go for the AirPods Pro. Don't think about it. So yeah guys, with that, I'm ending my 1 week review on the AirPods. So that's been it. That's all I wanted to talk about, because all this has been based on my experiences. I've actually tested it out. So that's basically it for this review. If you guys like this video, do remember to click the like button, and do remember to subscribe to this channel. Leave your comments below on if you guys like this video, or if you guys don't like, whatever it is, just leave it in the comments below. I would definitely love to hear from you guys. So yeah guys, that's been it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.